The steels for the first floor have been fabricated and they arrived this week. Let's take a look. It's been a quiet couple of weeks at the old station. There's been loads of rain and loads of mud over the last few weeks, and we've not been able to get much outdoor work done at all. But a really fun piece of progress in the background is the steels have been fabricated for the first floor. And Tim, who's been fabricating the steels, has been able to film a couple of videos for us too. There are 14 steels going into the building to hold the first floor and the roof up. The original building didn't have a first floor, so we had to be creative when designing this floor. We didn't want to cut through any of the glass panes in the windows, and we wanted to ensure some of the windows could remain full height. We feel like we've come up with a good compromise where the centre of the building won't have a first floor. In the centre of the building you'll be able to see those full height windows, how they used to be when the station was a station building. And then either side of the building will have a first floor, and the floor will run between the two windows, so between the smaller upper panes and the larger sash windows, which will be downstairs. So downstairs you'll be able to see those beautiful sash windows, and then upstairs you'll be able to see the more decorative smaller panes of windows, and because the floor runs between the two, it won't obstruct either window. You may have seen from our other videos, we also have this amazing walkway that goes from one side of the building to the other side of the building across that central room at the first floor level. So that allows us to connect the two sides and be able to walk between the two when we're on that first floor. It also allows us to have those full height windows in that central room. Now there's two phases of steelwork. The first phase of steelwork is to put the steels in that allow us to put all of that floor in place, so all of that first floor. And then the second phase of steels is to hold the roof up and to hold the roof in place. When we take some of the wooden beams out, that the original wooden beams that are currently holding the roof up. So at the moment, the steels that have been fabricated are for phase one. So we're going to look at phase one and how those are going to look to hold the floors up. Here are the steel plans for phase one. The guys have mocked up a 3D image to see exactly where each steel goes. There are 7 steels in total, labelled A to G. Some of them are fixed together to fully support the first floor. Steel A will hold the floor up on the left side of the building. There is a wall this side separating the old booking clerk's room from the station master's room, and there's a chimney in the middle. The wall will form part of the support for the first floor, so only one steel is needed this side. Steel B you can't see too well on this plan, but you can see it on this flat steel plan. It is above the 2 doorways to take the weight of the walkway. Steels C and D form the walkway that runs just off centre in the central room. The walkway will be here. There will also be a gallery platform at one end. You can see how this will be supported here. Steels E, F and G will hold up the gallery platform and the first floor on the right side of the building. On this side there's no wall to support the first floor as we're taking the wall out, so the steel is extra thick. This side of the building was the ladies' waiting room, ladies and gents' toilets and the porter's room. It will now be one big room. There's a huge amount of steel holding up the first floor. Here's the videos from the fabrication. Next steps are to get these steels in. First of all, our builder has to prepare the walls and put pad stones in for the steels to rest on. Then phase 1 can go in. Once we've done phase 1, we can move on to phase 2. It's really exciting, we're finally getting started. Subscribe to us at the All Station Renovation to see our journey.